G'day everyone. As you know, I've started a new creative Dinosaur Zoo project using mainly the Prehistoric Fauna mod, but what you might not know is that before I did this one, I did another Prehistoric Fauna Zoo where I had a lot more enclosures than that, and I did 10 videos on it, including a world tour. I no longer have that world or mod pack anymore because I hosted the mod pack on the CurseForge launcher and CurseForge decided to delete all my mod packs, which is one of the reasons that series never continued. But yeah, I thought I would compile all the videos from that series into one video, and that's what this video is. So this video should be very relaxing. I will warn you, for the first 3 videos I did in this world, I had a different mic, so it doesn't sound as nice as this one, but I hope you don't mind. Anyway, I started off with the Herrerasaurus, so let's cut to that now. It has been ages since I've done one of these. Too long. It's been like a year and 6 months, and that, in my opinion, is just way too long. But today, in this video, I'm building a Herrerasaurus enclosure, which is actually one of my favorite dinosaurs. I'm using the Prehistoric Fauna mod because that has Herrerasaurus, and also Fossils and Archaeology is still in the past. It's in 1.12, which is, that's like, we're almost at, like, in like 2 years we'll be at 1.22, which is 10 versions ahead of 1.12, which is crazy. Anyway, bit of a weird tangent. Yeah, as you've probably seen by my Escape Pangea videos, I've also been using Prehistoric Fauna for that, and I've just loved the dinosaurs in that, so I wanted to make a new series based off that, and I'm going to make a full zoo using Prehistoric Fauna dinos, and this is the first episode of that, and yeah, look out for it. So I guess I should talk a bit about what we're doing in this video. I searched up, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the name. Yeah, I searched up Herrerasaurus environment and nothing really came up, so I searched up what time period they're from. So they're from like 230 million years ago. I don't know, it was a few days ago I did this. And I found that I found the environment they lived in, which there was a lot of ferns and like there were trees and like rivers and stuff. So I was like, okay, put a river in, put a bunch of ferns in. The paths are just like from treading on the ground, so it's sort of naturally made paths. And I also gave it a little cave, even though I don't know if there were caves back then, but I gave it a cave just for the sake of it being in the zoo and wanting privacy. Yeah, oh, here you see me putting grass in, but I didn't actually like the grass block, so I changed it to green terracotta, which I think looks a lot better. I honestly think, since I've come back, I am a lot better of an enclosure builder. Like, I think it was pretty good before, but now I've done this, I'm like, wow, I blew myself away with what I did here. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I did do some stuff off camera at the end, like putting the fence in because I forgot to add the fence. I just went to bed after recording and I was like, crap, I forgot to put the fence in. So I put it in when I woke up. You won't see it in the time lapse though. Which is fine. You'll see that at the end of the video. By the way, guys, if there's any type of dinosaur you want to be seen in this zoo, I'm gonna try and put most of the prehistoric fauna dinosaurs in the zoo. But if anyone wants to see any dinosaur enclosure built sooner, just comment, and I'll probably take you up on that comment. And I'll build your suggestion sooner. The only thing is, Prehistoric Fauna doesn't have like any pterosaurs. I noticed. I think they've got one or two, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong and there isn't. They also don't have any like water-based species either, like Spino or Baryonyx or Suchomimus. They have some fish and like turtle, but soggy. There is no like water dinosaurs that like also go on land. So yeah, you can't say those dinosaurs because there are none of them. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on what you want to see, just let me know. Also, if you guys want any questions answered, these videos are a good way of me just talking to you guys. So if you want to ask a question, I'll probably answer it in like an upcoming video. But anyway, talk a bit more about what I'm doing. Here I've made some like little schematics for some trees, and I'm just pasting them around. I made two types of trees. One's with like a sort of lighter leaves and darker wood, and then there's one with like a lighter wood and darker leaves. And I've made it so the lighter wood and darker leaves tree is more common. Just a bit of variety, like mixing it up a bit. I put the water in. I put some like algae at the bottom. Even though it's a stream, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to have algae there, but it's fine. It sort of looks like seagrass or something, or like water grass, freshwater grass. This is meant to be a freshwater river. Now I'm putting a bunch of bushes and ferns, and there are some plants. I'm like, maybe this didn't work so well, but I think it's fine. I'm still really happy with how all this turned out either way, and I'm sure you guys don't care a whole lot. It's just my little head just like, maybe this isn't good, or maybe it is. I don't know, maybe that's like ADHD or something. Speaking of ADHD, these videos that I make where I'm building a enclosure speed build, I have to retake the voiceover like around like 40 times because I just go on the most weird ADHD rambles, and most of them aren't interesting, but I just have to cut them out and re-record certain parts, which I've done already like 3 times while recording this video, just to make it so it's bearable and not just the weirdest ADHD rant. It sort of already is right now because I'm doing it again. Oh dear. I'll talk a bit about what I'm building here though. It's meant to be like a little store shop thing, but it's mainly just to fill in the area, and building houses and like man-made structures has always been my weak point. But yeah, I needed it to fill in the area. But this is it for the speed build part of the video, so I'll see you in the tour. And here it is, the Herrerasaurus enclosure. I think it's... Did they have babies? Oh my gosh. I did not spawn baby Herrerasaurs in. They've had them by themselves. Oh my gosh, there's even more over here. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn nesting off in the configs, I guess. Yeah, Prehistoric Fauna really gives us a lot of really nice plants and stuff to play with that really work well in an environment. It just, everything mixes really well together. So some things I changed after the speed build is I forgot to put it in the fence. I don't know how I forgot to do that, but I just did. But I came up with a really nice fence design to go along here and also go through the rivers, because we are in 1.16 and the water can go through those things, which is really nice. Another thing is I extended the terrain a bit further on the sides, just so we could have like trees and stuff and it didn't look like it was floating. I also added a little garden bed down here, which it was just grass before, and also put in these garden beds and these lamp poles. Yeah. There is nothing in these buildings. Maybe I'll eventually add something, but for now they're just staying blank, which is fine. I don't think these buildings are very important right now. Hey, they're in their little cave. I love that. That's so cute. And I think that's about all I have to show for in this video. It's been a lot of fun building, and it's really good to be back. I'm really happy. So yeah, if you haven't already, look at my Escape Pangea videos. They're really fun. There should already be 2 episodes out by the time this video comes out, and there'll be another one coming out next week. But yeah, that is it for me. Hope you did enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Today I am building a Ceratosaurus enclosure, and this enclosure took me an extra hour to build than the Herrerasaurus. I definitely went way too big. I started it at close to 9 p.m. and then finished it close to 12. I wanted it to be finished by 11, but that's not how it turned out. Anyway, the Ceratosaurus. It was either going to be the Dryosaurus, Allosaurus, or Ceratosaurus for this video. I chose Ceratosaurus. I felt like this one was too big for the Dryo, so I might do Dryo in the next video. And I've already done 2 Allosaurus videos with the Fossils and Archaeology mod. One of which is taken down because I messed up the editing so hard. It was quite embarrassing. And the other Allosaurus video is still up, and I made that one because I messed up the editing on the other one. And I also just wanted to redo an Allosaurus enclosure. Anyway, so yeah, the Ceratosaurus was first found in Garden Park in Colorado. There's a little interesting fact for you. When designing the enclosure for this video, I decided to search up images of Ceratosaurus, and I just went off what was in the background of those images. So the trees sort of similar, not really. I sort of did different trees, but the grass and dirt color and all that was pretty much all the same as the Herrerasaurus. So these two enclosures were very similar. If you haven't seen the Herrerasaurus, that was the first enclosure I made for this series, and this is the second one. I'll talk a bit about what I'm doing now. I used the World Edit brush tool to lay out a path so I didn't have to break the blocks and then replace them all. I also did that with like the mossy dirt block that sort of looks like grass, but it sort of fits in well with the loam dirt. Yeah, World Edit is very useful. I've also started using a mod called Axiom, but that isn't available for 1.16 Forge, which sucks, but I don't think I would have used it too much in this other than painting the grass. If you go back to my old videos, you'll notice I did one world for each different dinosaur enclosure I did, and I like how in this world I'm able to connect the enclosures together. I don't know why I chose to do different worlds. It was probably because I started making my videos on a MacBook Air, and yeah, when I made big worlds, it would just lag. So yeah, so I'm kind of glad that I have a good computer, Windows computer now. Also, I decided I was going to do a structure that you can walk out into the middle and view the enclosure from a center point, which I've done in a few videos in the past, so it's not really new, but I tried a little different roof design where I did a barcode line sort of pattern. Yeah, let me know what you think of that. I mentioned in the last video that I take 40 cuts to film the voiceover for these videos, and that usually is true, but in this video I'm taking a different approach where I'm just saying a few sentences at a time and then editing it into the video, and then recording again my next part of the voiceover, and this is honestly working a lot better. It's a lot less time consuming because before I'll just record the whole voiceover at once, and yeah, that's why it took so long, and I don't know why I did that. This is so much better. I want to say real quick, I released the building Let's Play with Loorikeet video on Wednesday? Oh no, it was Thursday, Thursday 12 a.m. I think I released it, and it's now Sunday 3 p.m. and it's almost 1,000 views, and probably by the time I release this video it's gonna be either at 1,000 views or past 1,000 views, and that is amazing. I didn't expect it to do so well. I've also already recorded the second video, which will probably also come out before this one does. I'd say it isn't as good as the first one, but I'm already working on my third video for that series, and I'm excited for that one. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, you can see that I've built this massive cliff along the back of the base. I connected it to fences, the same fences I used in the Herrerasaurus. But yeah, I think the cliff turned out really well. I also put like a little forest on top of the cliff, but you don't see that until the end of the video. I think I cut it out in the recording. I also add this little cave so the Ceratosaurus can have privacy. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I also put a little cave in the Herrerasaurus so they can have privacy. So I think that's going to be a common theme for these videos. We're approaching the end of the speed build part of this video, so I really quickly want to say that there's a lot of dinosaurs in the Prehistoric Fauna mod. Apart from like flying dinosaurs and like some aquatic species like Spino and Baryonyx and Suchomimus. Yeah, so if you want to see a certain dinosaur, this mod probably has it. Yeah, minus the aquatic and flying ones. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see, and I'll take that suggestion and I might build it in an upcoming video. Anyway, we're almost at the end of the speed build part of this video, so I'm just gonna end the voiceover here and I'll see you in game. Over here, you can see the Herrerasaurus, and just around the corner, we've got the Ceratosaurus. Yeah, I'm happy with this enclosure. I really like that back wall at the end, and also the area where the guests can walk into the center point. Just over here, I'll show you as well. I built a Ceratosaurus statue. It's not very good, but I think it's okay. Now I will walk over and walk into the center area, and you can view the enclosure from in here. As you can see, a lot of foliage. No foliage on the paths. I think that makes sense. For some reason, the mod has caused the Tyrannosaurus to all be asleep. I tried to turn sleeping off in the configs, but it didn't work for some reason. So you're just gonna have to deal with them having a nap. I really like the water area as well. It's like sort of like a half pond cut off by the pathway. But yeah, I think that's one of the better parts of this build. So now I'm going to walk you down the path. I didn't put any foliage under the building because I don't think it makes sense. Like there's not much sunlight under there. Yeah, so we've got a sleeping guy here. This is sort of the normal path that the Ceratosaurus take. I guess they take this path when it's nighttime because they're all asleep. It's so annoying that they're asleep and I couldn't just turn that off. But yeah, I really like them. They've got such cool models. And going back up here, I'll show you the cave as well. You can also see this beautiful cliff I've made. I really like the cliff. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, they've got tons of room in here to just like sleep and stay away from the guests looking at them. And here's some shots from above. If you wanted like a bird's view from the enclosure that's like flying around, maybe you'll like perch up here and like poop on the roof. But yeah, here's the top view, and this is it from afar. I think it looks really good opposite the Herrerasaurus. It's obviously so much bigger. And I was thinking of putting a soggy enclosure right here. Yeah, so a Basil Emmys? It's probably not how you say it, but I just call it soggy because that's what we called him in the not the Prehistoric Fauna, the Escape Pangea videos. Yeah, so if you like the Ceratosaurus enclosure, let me know. I did enjoy making it, even though it took me like 3 hours pretty much to make it. It was still a good enclosure. Yeah, and again, if you have a suggestion for what dinosaur you want to see next, or in the future in this park, let me know in the comments. But I think that's all I'm gonna do for this video. So I'll see you in the next video. If you did enjoy, let me know. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Bye bye everyone. Take care. Bye bye. In this video, I am making a Basiliscus enclosure, and it's gonna be a very like half aquatic. Like there's gonna be rivers going all through it. As you can see, I'm already like paving out where the rivers are gonna go. It's also gonna have a few waterfalls, and I want to go for like a sort of junglish rainforest theme as well, but also sparse. Like it's not gonna have tons of trees everywhere. I want the trees to be separated, like a sparse sort of rainforest. You'll also notice I put a big path that goes across the whole enclosure, and that is just a bridge. So the person who's visiting the park can have a view at all the waterfalls and nature up close, and can also see the Basiliscus up close. By the way, speaking about Basiliscus, if you don't know what that is, it's like a large prehistoric turtle. It was actually like over a meter long apparently, which is massive. And another interesting fact about them is, well, two interesting facts. They lived in North to Central America apparently. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. And they lived in the late Cretaceous, and this enclosure isn't based off any like time period or like location based. I just wanted to do a waterfall enclosure, and there's not many aquatic dinosaurs or creatures in the Prehistoric Fauna mod, so I chose the Basiliscus for this waterfall enclosure. I think it would have been cool to have like a Baryonyx or something in this enclosure, but there is no Baryonyx in the Prehistoric Fauna mod. And if the Prehistoric Fauna mod people, devs are watching, please add like aquatic dinosaurs. They're so cool. They're like my favorite type of dinosaurs. Anyway, another thing about Basiliscus is I call them soggies because in my Escape Pangea videos, I had, oh, sorry, the Gramps, the person who played as Gramps, he had a pet, Basiliscus named Soggy, and it would help him, and he could ride the Basiliscus around. If you haven't seen my Escape Pangea videos, please check them out, because me and my friends put a lot of time into them, and yeah, we had so much fun making them, and they didn't get many views, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, it's okay. I'll talk a bit about the build for a second here. So as you can see, I've built the waterfalls and all the streams and stuff. They all look really nice. And now I'm making the islands in the stream pop a bit more. Not the Joe Cocker song. And soon I'm gonna like fill in with foliage. One thing I notice about building with prehistoric fauna is that I don't use the normal Minecraft grass blocks or normal dirt at all, because I find the prehistoric fauna, like the natural blocks that they give you, are so good at making like natural like looking terrain and stuff. Like the loam is a perfect like muddy sort of block. The stilt or whatever is a perfect like sort of dusty dirt color, like very common to what I see in Australia. That's why I like using it a lot, I think. And there's also like a sandstone, which is also a lot prettier than normal Minecraft sandstone. And there's also mossy dirt, which I use as a grass, because I just think the sort of the darker green color to it is a lot more pleasing than the vibrant lime green texture of the grass block. I just want to talk about my channel really quickly while I build this bridge, and I want to say you guys are absolutely insane. 3 out of 4 of the videos I've uploaded since I've come back to YouTube have done really well. The first 2 videos already have over 1,000 views, which is insane. I can't believe that. Like, barely any of my videos that I've uploaded in the past year or 2 have reached 1,000 views, so that's insane. And the Windows lock screen video I uploaded just today, it's almost the end of the day. That's at 350 views, which is yeah, it's mind-blowing to me. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has been watching my videos. It doesn't matter if you watch just my building enclosure videos just for like the prehistoric fauna videos, or if you watch all my videos. I just want to say thank you for all the support. It means a lot to me and really motivates me to keep doing this. As of recording, it's the 16th of February, and I haven't released the Ceratosaurus enclosure speed build yet. So I'm gonna have another Prehistoric Fauna Zoo video scheduled before the first scheduled Prehistoric Fauna video is out, which is quite funny. Yeah, I would have already released the I Got Mugged 3 times video, episode 3 of my building let's play, and I want to say I had so much fun filming that. It's good to have my friends in a video again. So if you haven't seen that video, I invited my friends onto the world and they mugged me. Anyway, before the speed build part of the video ends, I'll quickly talk about the enclosure. So I'm starting to decorate it with like trees and foliage, and I use the same trees as the Ceratosaurus enclosure. I just copy and paste it with a bit of world effort, but I also make some small tiny custom trees with just some fences and some leaves, and I put some vines on some of them to make them seem more jungly. But yeah, I just wanted to make it look like a sparse jungle, and I think I achieved it pretty well. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up the speed build part of this video. Hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in game. Hello everyone. After an hour or two of recording voiceovers for this video, that part of the video is finally done and I can finally show you the enclosure. So, I could either go down here and go across the bridge, or I can walk up here and get a higher view of the enclosure, which is what I'm gonna do. And you can see some basil emmies from the top of the waterfall here. I think this, oops, didn't mean to do that. I think this is one of my favorite enclosures. I just think this sparse jungle sort of vibe that I haven't done before is so cool, especially with the cascades with rivers going through it. And also being connected to Herrerasaurus is so cool. Anyway, coming down here, getting on level with the bridge, I can walk through here, and yeah, you get a view of the rivers going into the Herrerasaurus, but you also get a view of the cascades and waterfalls on this side. And I think this is the best part of the build. I think it is so beautiful, and yeah, I love this build. I think, yeah, this is one of my favorite builds I've done. And over here you can see some more basil emmies. Don't go in the water. I don't think you can live. Anyway, going back to the bridge. You can go from the bridge up to this path, where I'm thinking I'll add another part to the zoo, going this way. And over here we've just got some staff entrances. This one actually brings me to the basil emmies enclosure, which I can access here. Close the door. Yeah, I think this is actually a really nice spot. You've got a really nice view of the whole enclosure right here. And yeah, you've got some parkour. And over here, got another little waterfall that goes into this area where I'm thinking I'll put a big pond for like another enclosure. But yeah, I think this is like a really nice natural looking enclosure, and I'm really happy with it. And this is like a bird's eye view of how the waterfalls and stuff connect to the Herrerasaurus enclosure, which apparently I can continue this. I forgot that I continued the stream over here, so I can have another enclosure that extends from the stream, which is awesome. And this is how the zoo looks so far, all connected together. I think this is turning out amazing. But yeah, we've got a long road ahead, a lot of enclosures to build. And yeah, I'm so excited for it. Eventually this is going to be a whole massive park, and yeah, I'll probably have a world download at some point where you can come visit the zoo. But yeah, I think that's all I have to show of this build. If you like this build, leave a comment. I love reading comments. And of course, leave a like if you did like this video as well. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think of this build. And I think that's all I have to say. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. Bye bye everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. In this video, I'm going to be making a Stegosaurus enclosure. And for all the other builds I've done in this world, I've done a very foresty / rainforesty type build. but for this, I'm going for a desert style. I also decided to make a path going through a hill because I really like paths that go through hills, and also it adds a bit of variation that's different from all my other enclosures. And for the hill, for some reason I decided to make it double layered, so it just took so much longer to build, which I don't know why I did this, but I think it looks a lot nicer. I was thinking of making this enclosure include 2 dinosaurs, the other one being the Dinosaurus, because I remember watching a show when I was younger. I don't think it was a show, but it was like a documentary. It might have been Walking with Dinosaurs or something, where it showed a pack of Dinosaurs mixed in with the pack of Stegosaurs, and the Dinosaurs would let the Stegosaurs know if there was a predator nearby, and the Stegosaurs would protect the Dinosaurs. So I thought that would be cool to put them together, but I think I'm going to do a Tyrannosaurus enclosure in the next video. So yeah, also comment what dinosaur you want to see in the zoo. The user Wendy3961 suggested to build a Stegosaur enclosure, and here it is. So if you leave a comment saying what dinosaur you want to see in the zoo, I will probably build it. This video is for you, Wendy. I'll talk a bit about some changes I'm thinking of making to the series. First is, I'm thinking of changing the name from Prehistoric Fauna Zoo to Prehistoric Valley. And if I remove the name Prehistoric Fauna from the title of the video, it means I can add another mod, because I really want some aquatic / land based dinosaurs like a Baryonyx or Spino, and there is no Spinos or Baryonyx or Sukos in this mod, and they're my favorite type of dinosaurs. So if you guys like that idea or dislike it, let me know in the comments, because I'll wait till this video comes out to see what your thoughts are on that. I've been rambling too long, I need to talk about what I'm building. So for the shelter design for this build, I decided to do a dome roof shaped shelter. I don't know how to feel on it. I think it's okay, but I think I need to get other people's thoughts on it, because I'm mostly worried about it just not fitting in with the theme of the zoo. I think it stands out a lot, which might be good or it might be bad. I don't know. I'm just hoping when the zoo is finished it fits in really well and blends in with all the other builds. And I also added a little staff building right next to the dome, which is for like maintenance and to like resupply food for the stegos and stuff. I try and make sure for each enclosure that there's an area for the dinosaurs to sleep, and also an area for the staff to access the buildings, and also an area for the staff to access the enclosures to resupply food and water and clean the dinosaurs and stuff. To signify that this is a Stegosaurus enclosure, I put a bunch of plates on top of the building, and I also tried to make the pattern that the Stegosaurus has on the dome roof. I think it works. Also, I don't know if you've noticed by now, but I am using my new mic and it's not fully set up. I've spent a few hours messing around with audio settings, and you know what, I've learned a whole lot about like audio and like how to set things up, and I just needed a break, and I really wanted to record the voiceover for this video. So the settings right now are not final, but yeah, this is what it sounds like. But yeah, I hope it doesn't sound too bad right now. The process of setting up the mic was painful. I received the mic in the mail, realized that I don't have anything to plug an XLR cable into, so I had to go to the shops to buy an audio interface, and I had the audio interface for 2 days before I refunded it, because I realized it was just way too complicated, and I'm not much of a tech savvy guy. So yeah, I ended up buying a more expensive but more helpful device that does pretty much all the setup for me, and all I've got to do is like mess around with how the mic sounds in OBS. So yeah, let me know if this sounds better than my old mic. Anyway, another rant over. I'll start talking about the build again, because I haven't really done that too much in this video. So right now I'm working on the pond where the Stegosaurs can drink and swim. Actually, did they swim back 150 million years ago? Did they even live 150 million years ago? Hold on, I need to search this up. Oh my gosh, I was right. I just searched it up and they lived 150 to 155 million years ago. Maybe I do have some dinosaur knowledge. Anyway, I've put some paths around the enclosure using steel, I think it is. I don't know, but it's got a really nice texture. And I've also used I think it's rough sandstone for the edges of the path. It blends in really well with the smooth sandstone that the Prehistoric Fauna mod adds. Like, I much prefer the sandstone from Prehistoric Fauna over normal Minecraft sandstone. I think it's a really nice texture and it works really well. But you can't place plants or like cactus or anything on that sand. So I have to put a bit of dirt around so I can actually have some plants in the enclosure. So it's not completely just dry desert, no foliage or anything. And now what I'm about to start working on is an area where the guests can feed the Stegosaurs. And now the Stegosaurs in this zoo are domestic and they're tame, so they're not gonna hurt any guests. The reason I did this is because I have a memory of when I was little, I was feeding elephants at Australia Zoo, and I was feeding the elephant an apple, and the elephant completely just sucked up my whole hand, and it almost lifted me up. And yeah, it was quite terrifying, but also really funny. I have good memories of that when I was little. And I thought it'd be cool to have a way of feeding the Stegosaurs, just like how I fed the elephants in Australia Zoo. And now we're almost at the end of the build, and all I have to do is add the final touches, like add the fences, add some extra details to path, and also add some foliage. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just turn up the music and I'll see you when I showcase the whole build in game. Hello? Are you ready to see the enclosure? Well, I don't care, I'm showing it to you anyway. So I could either go two ways. I could go this way, and that takes me through and under the hill, or I could go this way, and I think I'm going to loop around this way. So yeah, I also added a plant pot over there in the middle of the path. I think it looks nice. But yeah, here's the enclosure. It's right next to the Herrerasaurus closure that's there. Yeah, I think it's really nice. I think I got the oasis deserty feel done really well. This guy's asleep. Yeah, I'm happy with this enclosure. I think it's unique compared to my other enclosures I've built in the zoo. Yeah, so walking around, you eventually get to the area where you can feed the Stegosauruses, and it looked like for a second that he was standing up ready to be fed, but no, he's not. But yeah, this is the building. It's not that crazy. I'm not very good with like human-made structures. I feel more comfortable building like terrain and natural looking stuff. But yeah, that's the guest feeding area, and over here is the tunnel. I might actually need to add some lights under here. It's a bit dark, but I really like the cave feeling in here. I think it's cool. And this is the view from this area. And over here is a fossil digging site for children. So like if children have come to the park, they can dig up fossils. Like there's a shovel there to dig up fossils. A bunch of bones in the floor. There's more bones over here, and I built a Stegosaurus here out of wood. I think it looks really nice. And a child left their horse in the playground. It's okay though. Yeah, so under here they've got this soft thatch bedding area where they can all sleep together. And over here is the staff room. I haven't decorated it. And this is a close-up of the enclosure itself. How did he... What? Can he jump over that? Oh my gosh, I can. Okay, I didn't realize I could jump over that. Okay, buddy, don't die. Ah, he survived. He was close to dying there. Yeah, so what do you think of this enclosure? And do you like this hill as well that I spent way too much time making? Over here is where the Stegosaurs can eat their food. I was thinking of doing like a food trough for the Stegosaurs, but I thought like a big plate would be nice. And they've also got a knife and fork over here just in case one of them likes to stay really clean and not eat like a pig. But yeah, let me know what you want to see next in the zoo. I will probably build it. I'm not going to keep you here any longer, so yeah, if you did enjoy the video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone, take care, bye bye. G'day everyone, just before this video starts I want to say a few things have changed, and also I'm a little bit sick, so sorry if I sound a bit nasally. So when Prehistoric Fauna updates, there's a few mods that I've been using that won't work with the new versions, and some of them were Zoar. I was using the Zoar mesh or wire fence, which I think looked really nice, and the closest mod that I could find that was close to that were these andesite mesh fences from the Create Deco mod. Another mod that isn't updated is the chisel mod, so I'm just using regular... You guys are loud. So I'm just using regular terracotta here instead of this trodden bricks terracotta. I really like the trodden bricks terracotta, but there's not really any other that I could find that I like as much as this one, so I just used normal terracotta. I replaced these park benches with these ones, which I think are really nice. And last main things I changed were the path, because I was using Zoar blocks for these, but now I'm using a mod called Unearthed, and this is just limestone and some polished conglomerate for the edges. Although that's most of the blocks I needed to change, and I'm still happy with most of the park. Alright, let's start the speed build. Alright, in this video I'm building a Citipati enclosure. I'm probably gonna say the name wrong a few times in this video. And I've actually filmed it with a path in the replay mod. So rather than filming a clip, then cutting it and then moving to the next spot, and then filming again, I've all just put it on one path. It's in one recording, and I think it looks a lot nicer, but it does mean I've got to do the whole build in one session, which is why I did a little bit of procrastination. That's why this video took a bit longer for me to start work on. I haven't done a replay recording like this in quite a while, so some parts are going to be a bit like fast and slow. I haven't got everything right yet, but I think it's fine for this video. In my last video of this series, I built a Stegosaurus enclosure, and someone asked me if I could build a big theropod enclosure. I wasn't sure if they meant like a big enclosure or a big theropod that needs a big enclosure. So this isn't the video where I'm building the big theropod enclosure. This is just like a smaller one, but the next one will be big. The next one I'm planning on releasing as soon as I notice that I've hit 2,000 subscribers. I'll probably I might be asleep when it happens, or I could be working my job, but as soon as I notice I hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll release the big theropod enclosure, which will be the T-Rex video. I surprisingly haven't built a T-Rex enclosure on my channel before. People have requested it. I've built a Spinosaurus enclosure, and that got a lot of views, but I don't recommend going back and watching that Spinosaurus enclosure. It was around when I just started like speaking on my channel. I used to only do text on screen, and I'm really boring and like slow talking, and they're not good videos like a few years ago. Alright, I'll talk a bit about my ideas for this enclosure and like how I wanted it to look. So the idea for this one was that I wanted it to be a transition from a desert biome to a forest biome. So like obviously to the, I think it's the right, there's the forest, and then on the left it's the desert. So in future videos I'll eventually build a desert and a forest on both sides, and this is just the in-between, how those two enclosures transition. I think in my head that vision is a cool vision on how the two enclosures look with this one in between. And here I've added like a shelter area where they can sleep and not be viewed by the public. I think it's cool how it's under the path. I didn't really put too much detail into it as no one will really see it. It's more of just a facility for the Citipatis themselves. Anyway, the next thing I do is I add in the walls, and this is the same wall design I've used in a few of the other builds in this world. I just think it's good or reliable. Like, what if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's how the saying goes, right? Then after the wall, I work on one of the viewing areas. Obviously there's the viewing area from the path, but I thought that it would be cool to have a sheltered viewing area that you can also view the forest enclosure that will be on the left, no, on the right. Yeah, so you can view both enclosures from this one viewing area, which I think is sweet. And yeah, I pretty much just use the same block palette as the other houses I've built, or not houses, but the other structures I've built in this world. I don't really know what the wood is called, but I used a bit of birch, which is different. I think it's cool. But yeah, it's a pretty nice viewing area. Actually, no, I take that back. I think I'm actually terrible at building like structure, house looking buildings, or like man-made stuff. Like the stuff I'm usually am good at is like terrain and like making things look natural. But when it comes to like these types of buildings, I just don't know what to do. I'm just not very good. I don't know what blocks to use. It's something I sort of struggle with. I need to get better with. But I think it works for now, especially since the whole point of the video isn't the viewing area. It's mainly just like the enclosure that I'm building. But yeah, there's definitely something I want to improve on in Minecraft. It's definitely building those types of builds. Anyway, as you can see, I've started work on the foliage. Like I've put some stuff by the river. I've put some other plants around in the deserty area. I try and keep the foliage matching the sort of biome it's in, so when it transitions to the forest area, there's more like green, luscious plants. And in the desert area, I added a bunch of plants that are more suited towards a dry environment where there isn't as much rain. We're approaching the end of the time lapse now, so I want to say a few things. I'm sorry for a few like big to medium gaps between uploads. I did actually go to Fiji, that's why there hasn't been a video in over a week, almost 2 weeks maybe. Before that, I was so unbelievably busy in April. I just didn't have time to record anything. The one video that did come out at the end of April was already recorded and done everything. I was just waiting on a friend to make some music for the start of the video, which was the interviewing mobs, which you should totally watch. It was so fun making, and it's the type of video I love making. I will say that I did have an absolute blast in Fiji. I had such a good time. The people there are so lovely. I drank kava, and yeah, if you haven't been to Fiji and want to go to a tropical country, go to Fiji. It's so good. The people are so much better than any like Western country. It's such a beautiful place. Yeah, but we're pretty much at the end of the time lapse now, so I'll see you at the tour with shaders on as well. Are you ready for the tour? I know I am. Let's do it. Alright, so as you walk past the Stego enclosure, you can now visit the Citipati enclosure. And I really like this building. I think it really looks good from like a straight on angle. I think that's really cool, and it'll look even better with this enclosure when it's finished. I don't know what's going to be yet. Anyway, you can walk in here. It feels really cozy, especially with shaders on now. And yeah, this is the view you get. It isn't the biggest enclosure in the zoo. I wanted to do a smaller enclosure with more detail, and I definitely feel like I achieved that. There's a Citipati over there. Look how cool he is. We got another one down there. Anyway, I tried to do like this might be a reference no one gets, but it's a pretty big game. I've noticed in Scorched Earth on Ark there's like cotton plants, and they're all like they're all purple flowers just you can find in the desert. So I thought that would be cool because it's a sort of deserty plant I see all the time on Scorched Earth on Ark. So yeah, I decided to add a bunch of purple flowers in the desert. And sort of in the forest area, we've got some red flowers. I think that's nice. Yeah, it's not the biggest enclosure, but I'm still really happy with it. I think it's really nice. Over here, eventually it will be better and be more secure, and so guests can't walk in, but we've got this little area down here, which I'll eventually decorate as well. The zookeepers will be able to enter and give food and like replace the hay. This wood is supposed to be the hay. I think the hay bale is like too yellow. I think the oak fits the straw like type color that I was going for a lot better. Anyway, in here you can see it's really luscious. You can see so much like different textures in the ground. Yeah, I'm happy with this enclosure. I can't wait to see what you guys think of this. But yeah, this is definitely one of the prettiest enclosures I've built in this zoo. We've still got so many more enclosures to do. Like, this is only like 5 different enclosures here. There's the Herrerasaurus, there's the Calsoyasuchus, cute little guy, the Ceratosaurus, the Stego, and now the Citipati. Anyway, as I said at the start of the video, I'm so close to 2,000 subscribers. I'm only 10 subscribers away as of recording this video. So if this video gets me over 2,000, you will see the T-Rex enclosure. And even if I'm already at 2,000 subscribers by the time you see this video, still subscribe. It helps out a lot and I really appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. Good day everyone, this is a special video. If you're watching it, it means I've hit 2,000 subscribers. Yay! And I'm building something that has been requested for many years now, many moons. It's a T-Rex enclosure. And somehow, yeah, I've never done a T-Rex enclosure on my channel before. I've done a Spino enclosure, but yeah, this is the first T-Rex enclosure and I'm really happy with it. It's literally the most insane build I've ever done. I've never put more time and hours and effort into a build like this one, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Unfortunately, I'm still a bit sick, that's why my voice is a bit raspy, and I might sound a bit nasally as well. But I don't think people care too much. I'll talk a bit about the build and my plans for it. So I will say, I haven't taken any inspiration from Jurassic World or Jurassic Park in this world so far, but I do really like the T-Rex fence in the first Jurassic Park, and so I had to copy that over. I feel like it's a bit bigger than the one in Jurassic Park. Like it's massive. The fence is massive. I try not take too much inspiration. I try to make it my own like thing, my own park, and yeah, I still think it looks unique even though it's copying the Jurassic Park fence. My idea for this building is at the top, visitors can go and like view the T-Rex from a higher angle, which I think is nice. And at the bottom, it's where the zookeepers or the dinosaur park keepers. What do you call the staff that work in a dinosaur zoo? Probably still just zookeepers. That is where if they need to like knock the T-Rex unconscious to do procedures on it, they can take it in there. And it's safe. And yeah, I'm not exactly happy with the building. I didn't finish it in this first part because I was lacking ideas on how to build it, but I come back to it at the end of the video, and yeah, it's not that bad at the end. But building structures and human-made parts and like viewing areas in these videos is definitely something I struggle with and need to get better at. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm placing a bunch of silt on top of coarse dirt because the silt actually is a falling block, so I needed to put a solid block underneath, and that took so long and it's gone so fast in the video because I've sped everything up so much. You'll notice I'm actually trying to get a bit better with the replay mod. So in this video and also the Citipati video, I have done a replay path, which I don't usually do. I usually just record a still frame of me building in a certain area and then skip to another frame of me building a different area. And I like that, but I definitely agree that this is a good alternative. Let me know what you guys think, if you prefer it this way or the other way. I think in this video, I've done the best groundwork I've ever done for any other enclosure. Like, I've put so much work into coloring things right and making the terrain look as natural as possible. Like making it so it's more damp when it gets close to water, and like making it so the river bends make sense. And yeah, I'm really happy with the texturing and the coloring of the ground. I feel like my voice is gonna get worse over the duration of this recording. Probably not the best thing to do when I'm sick, just record a massive voiceover for a massive milestone on my channel. I probably should have waited a few days, but no, I'm really excited and I'm really pumped to do this. And also, because I'm sick, I've got time off work, so I've got tons of time to work on this sort of stuff. I don't want to take too much away from the theme of this video, which is building the T-Rex enclosure, but this is a milestone video, so I do want to talk a little bit about Loorikeet. The first video I uploaded on my channel was called Minecraft Desert Village. I was actually inspired by an Iskall build in Hermitcraft Season 6, I think. And I uploaded this on January 6, 2019. I think I would have been 14 then, which makes sense because I'm 19 right now. The first video I spoke in was my mammoth enclosure speed build, which was uploaded on the 3rd of November 2019, which it's not a good video. It's almost a year later after my first video, so I did actually upload a lot that year. And I kept uploading for like quite a while. The second video I uploaded was my first dinosaur enclosure speed build. It wasn't actually a dinosaur, it was a Megapnosaurus. That video still gets views every day. In the last 48 hours, that video has got 17 views, which is crazy. I don't know why this video keeps getting views. But yeah, ever since then, I've just kept uploading enclosure speed build videos. It's been what my channel is built on. And I try and upload different stuff, and sometimes that different stuff works. Sometimes on my channel, I take like a few months break, and I go into the habit of like, when I don't upload for 2 weeks, I'm like, well, I've lost it now. I'm no longer consistent. I may as well just not continue uploading. And then like 4 to 6 months later, I'm like, okay, I gotta start uploading again. Then I'll upload a few videos and then get just busy for a week, and then I won't upload again. And I'm not going to do that anymore. Obviously, I had a month off in April because I had a busy month, but as you can see, I'm straight back into it. And also I went to Fiji, which meant I couldn't record anything for over a week, and yeah, I'm back into it. All right, let's focus back on the build because I haven't like spoken about it since I started building the mountain, which is massive, by the way. Yeah, so I was just gonna do that bottom level of the mountain just because I wanted to do a mountain going around the enclosure rather than fences going the full way around the enclosure. So then I decided to do 3 more mountains right behind it just to give it some extra height, and I'm so glad that I did this. It looks so good. And yeah, even though it takes up a lot of space in the world where I could have put some enclosures, it's so good. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices for stuff that looks good, and yep, this definitely looks good. I'm so happy I've done it. But yeah, now I start working on sort of what I call the terrain skeleton. What that pretty much is I just outline where the layers of the mountain will go, and then after I installed a mod that's it's called construction mods, but it's pretty much like the good old builder's wand that many mod packs had back in the day. Yeah, it does the exact same thing, and I just use that to fill in the open spots. I know this is a bit all over the place, but I just like checked my YouTube channel as well, and I'm only 3 subs away from 2000. So I need to make this video as soon as possible. It really sucks that my voice sounds like this. Alright, I had a good old sip of water and my voice isn't sounding much better, but that's okay. Speaking of milestones, I want to talk about that this is my second milestone video I've ever created. The first one was not when I hit 1,000 subscribers or 100 subscribers. My first one was when I hit 50 subscribers. I don't know why I celebrated 50 and not 1,000 or 500 or 100, but yeah, I was very happy about hitting 50 subscribers, so I made a temple, and you can still find the temple build on my channel today. I wasn't speaking in it because that wasn't the point of YouTube when I started speaking, but yeah, it was a temple dedicated to Loorikeets, and I'm still kind of happy with that build. There's a lot of things I would change now, but it's a pretty good build, especially since I'm pretty sure I built it all by hand and not with World Editor or anything. I was quite happy with it, and I filmed it on my old MacBook Air, which I spilt smoothie on and broke, which is why I got a PC, and I'm so glad I bought a PC because this is so much better. It's making YouTube videos so much easier, and just anything I want to do on a computer is so much better while not being on a laptop. Anyway, I finished the mountain area, and you can see I've started working on a path that branches off. This path isn't leading to anywhere that I'm going to build in this video. This is more for future enclosures, but I start building the terrain around the path so nothing is really floating. You'll notice this whole build has been floating, which is kind of annoying. It does mean that I can plan out things a bit easier and I don't have to break as many blocks, so that's nice. And I don't do as much texturing in the ground in this build as I do for the inside of the enclosure. I went really detailed in the inside of the enclosure, and on the outside it's mostly just moss and loam, but I still think it looks good. And you can see I continued the river from the inside the enclosure to connect to where the I always forget the name of that creature that's in there. Ceratosaurus. Thank you, the Sleepy Spino, for reminding me. He commented that on one of my videos where I mispronounced it and like didn't know how to pronounce it, and whenever I want to pronounce it I just go to that comment. As you can tell by this part of the video, I had some ideas of how I could finish off the viewing area and I guess you could call it the T-Rex maintenance area. And you could see for a second I decided to do like a wooden door for the entrance to the building, but I thought that looked really weird, so I just went with like a sort of garage door that opens and closes. I think that looks a lot better, and that's pretty much the viewing area done. And then I fix up the rest of the building, like I try and add a bit more depth with the side slabs, which are in the Create Deco mod, I think it is. And then after that, I start working on the bridge that connects the two sides of the path together, between the Ceratosaurus enclosure and the T-Rex enclosure. And then I add the water, and now it's officially connected. And then I start work on the trees. I did 3 different types of trees for this: a small one, a medium one, and a large one. These ones are the medium ones. I searched up online some design ideas and sort of put my own spin on them. Next I start working on the medium. No, sorry, this is the small one. And then last I start working on the large trees. And for the enclosure, I sort of want it to be like a sparse jungle. So yeah, I'm doing very large trees, but I'll space them enough for it to still look sparse. The big trees that I built are really tall and thin, which I really like. I've never done a tree design like this before. I sort of just got it straight off Google Images, but yeah, I put my own spin on it, and I really like the tint of red I added. Like maybe if it was vanilla, I'd probably do like warped wood, mixed with like maybe crimson wood as well. That would be cool. Anyway, really tall, and most of the branches are at the top, and then there's like a few branches throughout the rest of the tree. And yeah, I think the thing about these really tall trees is that they look really good when they're all bundled together. And if I had more time to record this video, and like I wasn't hitting 2000 so soon, um I would have probably made like 5 other tree assets, like of different sizes and shapes, that I could have pasted around. But it's still good because I can still just copy and paste the trees and rotate them, so they still have variation and look different depending on what angle you look at them. I will say, for the rest of this video, it was quite hard to set the camera path to follow me around while I was placing in all the trees and the foliage and the rocks and stuff, because I'm not really in one place for like more than 10 seconds, because I'm just all over the place, pasting in different trees and placing tons of foliage. It was quite painful, so that's why I'm pretty much above, looking from a bird's eye view for most of the rest of this video. Also, don't worry, I put trees and foliage on top of the mountains and the other nature areas around the build. I just don't include that in the time lapse because this time lapse is already way longer than my normal time lapses, and I'm losing things to say, so I'm just shortening it just a little bit. But all the main parts of the video are included in the time lapse. Main part being the enclosure, of course. And as you can see, I'm flying around really fast, placing a bunch of leaves and plants and other foliage as I'm going. That's why the replay for this part isn't as good. I'm sort of just flying around, but you'll see it better at the end of the video when I give a tour, which is very soon, because we actually have reached the end of the time lapse. I think I spent about like over 8 hours building this, which is pretty good. I think I got a lot done for 8 hours. But yeah, let's have a look in game. Are you ready to see the T-Rex enclosure? I know I am. This is what I built in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, it's a spoiler. But this is for scale, and it only took me about an hour and a half to make that one. But I'm gonna walk slowly towards the T-Rex enclosure, and it's completely changed the horizon on this side. You can see that there's so many trees and mountains, and I've also added a T-Rex sign saying that this is where the T-Rex enclosure is. And I think the T-Rex enclosure, just the whole area including the mountain, is the same size as all 5 of these enclosures that I've built here, which is crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna walk up here. I'm gonna sprint. We can also go down this way, but I don't have any other enclosures that way. Also, I've still got my asset trees over there. I need to move them. Anyway, this is the enclosure. You can't see past here yet. Oh, there's a T-Rex there. Do you see him? This is so cool. I could either go that way to the high up viewing area, or I could go to the long viewing area. I'm gonna go this way since it's closer. And yeah, you can see him. This enclosure is truly the best one I've ever made. I'm really happy with this, and I'm so glad I put so much time into it. Every time I'd think of a good idea and think, oh no, I can't do that, I don't have enough time, I'd still do it, and I'd be so glad that I did it. This is where the river is that goes down into that enclosure, and here we can enter the viewing area. I didn't do an interior. I actually just realized I forgot to do an interior, but there will be an interior done in here before the world download. But yeah, this is such a good view. Maybe I should add more windows here, to be honest. Yeah, I definitely should. You can see where the waterfall comes down and curves around all the way down to here and around the corner. Hold on, I'm gonna add some glass here right now. Okay, now I remember why I didn't add glass here. I wonder if it would still look good here. Okay, I'll still add glass, why not? Anyway, so you can see through there, which is also cool. I've also added an extra forest over here, which is cool. And now I'm gonna give you a flyover over the whole place. As you can see, I added some waterfall blocks. These are like splashing particles. I think that's really cool. I don't know what mod that is. Natural decor mod. And you can see I also added trees to the top of the hill, going the whole way around. I didn't do the big jungle trees that I've done here, just because I thought they'd go way too high up and I didn't want it to ruin the horizon. Anyway, here's the T-Rex. He's definitely way smaller than the fence I've given him. But I guess the more security, the better. These massive jungle trees definitely do work when they're all bundled together. I'm really a big fan of how they look. And of course, I'm really happy with this windy river that I've made. I don't think I could make something as good as this on like a small enclosure like some of these ones over here. I actually thought this was it was a really big enclosure, and like that one as well. But no, now this is like a medium enclosure and this is a large enclosure. Anyway, this is how the zoo looks from all the way up in the sky. You can see everything I've made right here is pretty much the same size as all this down here. Obviously there's a lot more detail because I've put a lot of conjoined hours into all the different enclosures. But the hill and the enclosure itself are both massive. And I also really like how the waterfall continues downstream and then continues into these cascades and then continues even further into where the Citipati enclosure is going. I haven't put an enclosure there yet, so that's why the river's sort of cut off. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers, I really appreciate it. Let's keep going. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I don't ask for subscribers a whole lot. I did in the last video and I am in this video because it is a special video. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye bye. Take care. In this video, I'm going to be making an enclosure for the Protoceratops. Ooh, yeah. It's also going to be having a restaurant on the side of the enclosure, so the guests can eat food while looking into the Protoceratops enclosure. It's really cool. Yeah, so if you've seen my last video in the world, I built a T-Rex enclosure, and this is the first T-Rex enclosure I've ever built. Someone actually messaged me about it on Discord. They seem to be really happy about it, and I am as well. It's literally the biggest enclosure I've ever made, and it's such a cool enclosure. So if you haven't seen that video, I recommend going and watching it. But anyway, for this video, we're doing a Protoceratops with a restaurant on the side, and someone else actually left a comment on my videos, on my Stegosaurus video like a few months ago, and they said they want me to make them an enclosure and put them in it. So they're going to be in the restaurant. I'm not going to put someone in a cage, but I'll put them in as a staff in the restaurant and I won't pay them. That seems good. So yeah, at the end of the video, you'll be seeing my YouTube subscriber enclosure, which is awesome. Yeah, so I'll talk a bit about the enclosure that I'm working on right now. So this is the smallest enclosure that I've got in the zoo so far. It still took a bit because obviously I added a little restaurant on the side. I also wrapped the hill around a bit, and I'm thinking maybe I'll have a path going up the hill and I could have some more elevation to the zoo. So like some of the zoo is actually like on the mountain itself. I think that's cool. I also decided to keep the ground level of the path the same ground level as the ground in the enclosure, so that the visitors can get a really close view of the Protoceratops, because I don't think they're an aggressive dinosaur. They look tiny and cute. I think they're about like half a meter tall, so they're like I think they're like cute little baby dinosaurs. Not the babies are cute, by the way. Why did I say that? So I actually record these voiceover parts in clips, and I accidentally had my OBS on the wrong scene. So it's picking up my friend's audio, and he's in call while I'm recording this voiceover just sort of entertainment between clips. But I didn't realize when I made that awful joke that it would pick him up laughing. So yeah, you just heard him. Yeah, so the reason why I had it recording on different scene is because I streamed this morning and it was still on my streaming scene, not my YouTube recording scene. And the stream went really well, and I'm wondering if anyone would like to see a stream where I'm building an enclosure in this world, or maybe just tying up some loose ends in this world. Like there's a ton of like buildings and stuff that don't have interiors. So yeah, let me know if you would like to see that. And also the baby hate thing that I said earlier, that was in regards to something that happened in the stream today. So yeah, if you're wondering about that, there's baby hate on my stream. So if you hate babies, you should join my stream. Wow, that was probably the best stream plug I've ever done. Anyway, I'll talk about the restaurant that I'm building here. It's pretty easy. I'm not, as I've said in the past, I'm not the greatest at building like man-made structures, so it's pretty basic. I've just used a bunch of spruce from the re-chiseled mod, I think that's what it's called, and I've done like a chiseled oak roof, which I think looks really nice, and I got some chiseled glowstone. I'm using a lot of chiseled stuff, okay, and yeah, I'm using the glowstone as lights. And as you can see over here, I've used black glass for that area of the viewing area for the visitors, and that is because it's supposed to be tinted glass so the viewers can view in, but the Protoceratops cannot see the viewers, so it gives them the false sense of security that they are not being watched, even though they are. Anyway, I start working on the enclosure itself. Usually I do this at the start and I do the buildings at the end, but no, I did all the buildings at the start this time. But actually, no, I usually do all the foliage at the end, and I decided to do a custom tree, and custom trees are something I've been working in the past few weeks at getting better at. So this one, I think it's pretty good, but I still definitely feel like there's room for improvement. I feel like there's not enough air blocks in between the leaves, but I also don't know how to feel when I do add a lot of air blocks, so I haven't met the happy medium that I want yet. But I also pasted some other trees that I used in other enclosures at the other spots in the enclosure, and I think it's nice. And I just used some, I think, redwood leaves for like just the bushes around the enclosure, and it's a very bushy enclosure. I went crazy with the bushes, and it's a very grassy enclosure as well. I looked up online what the habitat that the Protoceratops lived in, and it was very dry and arid, but I feel like the enclosure is very boring if I just left it with barely any foliage, barely anything, and just like sort of sandy. So I went with a dirty, arid vibe. So not much sand, more dirt. I still think it looks good. It still looks a bit lush, and I like to keep my builds very lush. But then I start working on the restaurant. Yeah, so this restaurant is a part of the Bobo restaurant chain that I've decided to make in this world. Yes, this world's gonna have a restaurant chain, and it's very plant themed. So yeah, I've got a lot of plants on the outside and a lot of plants on the inside, and yeah, so this one's gonna be called Bobo's Burgers. So it's the burger thing in the restaurant, the burger restaurant in the restaurant chain. Maybe I'll have like a Bobo's seafood or whatever somewhere else in the world. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this interior. I'm not very good at man-made structures, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I had a lot of plants in the inside. I had a little cash register, dotted some plants around, but yeah, overall pretty happy with it. But this is the end of the time lapse, so I will see you in game. Are you ready to see the enclosure? I know I am. I'm actually really happy with this. As you can see, Bobo's restaurant. And I've actually got Bobo in this cage right here. He has not been there for 3 months. Don't listen to him. yeah, so I'm quite happy with this. As you know, I'm not very good at human-made structures. We've also got this garden bed added here just because it divides the path up a lot nicer. I think it just looks really nice. I actually gave Bobo some out of cage time. He helped me a little bit setting it up. But yeah, this is the Protoceratops enclosure. It actually looks a lot better. You can see through the mesh a lot better without shaders. So I'll turn that off for a second. But I need to let Bobo out of this cage because you might think he's been in there for 3 months, but I'm not going to tell you how long he's been in there. So, Bobo, you in there? You in there? Oh, look at him. You can come out now. Yeah. Get to work. Get to work. All right, Bobo. You start making me a burger and I'll come pay for it in a bit. Okay, so this is the Protoceratops enclosure and I'm really happy with it. I'm just gonna switch to creator for a second and fly around because I'm really happy with this. The groundwork is pretty nice. The foliage and stuff, he misses. I'm not letting him back to his family. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. I didn't know they were nocturnal. I would have made more shade in the enclosure if I knew that, but yeah, I didn't. Apparently Protoceratops is nocturnal. But yeah, there's not too much to show in this. Ooh, he's got food finally. There's not too much to show in this enclosure just because it is quite small, like compared to the T-Rex enclosure that I did in the last video. But yeah, I'm actually pretty hungry. I didn't mean to switch to adventure. I'm gonna switch to survival. How much will the burger be? What? You can't be charging that amount. No. What else you got? Squash? 200? That's way too much for a squash. You can't be serious. Wait, milk? For a glass of milk? It's my first... Someone has to give away their firstborn kid for a glass of milk. Bobo, you can't be doing this. You can't actually be doing this. But I will have one burger and I own you, so I'm not going to be paying that price. You can have 3 copper coins for a burger. Hopefully that feeds your family for the next year because that's the next time I'm paying you. Next year. Get back to work. But yeah, what do you think of this enclosure? What is he doing? This is why we don't have human enclosures in the zoo. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. The Protoceratops I think are like one of the cutest dinosaurs in the Prehistoric Fauna mod. It's really... What's he doing? Maybe he's cleaning the tables. I need to go teach him a lesson. Bobo, what are you... Oh, he's actually... Bobo! Who are you serving burgers to? There's no one here. Your friends. Your friends. Yeah, well, you're not getting out until you serve 5 people. Okay? Okay? That's the deal. 5 people, and then you'll be free for maybe like 2 hours, and then you have to come back. I'm gonna end the episode here. We actually got 2 enclosures done in one video, which is cool. An unpaid staff enclosure and a Protoceratops enclosure. This has been really productive. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe. It does help a lot, and yeah, even Bobo wants you to subscribe. Please, maybe I'll let him free sooner if you guys do subscribe. He wants to see his family. I think he's a bit delusional though. Take care everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Bye bye. Today I'm going to be building a Megapnosaurus enclosure. And yes, this is another small dinosaur enclosure. I've really been enjoying building the small dinosaur enclosures. Megapnosaurus is a coelophysid theropod, and it lived 188 million years ago. There you go, there's your fact about the dinosaur. It's actually funny because when you look at the Wikipedia article, it says Megapnosaurus is an extinct genus of coelophysid. They just have to confirm that it's extinct. That's so funny. Alright, I'll talk a bit about my plan for the build. I wanted to have a shelter building for the I was about to say coelophysis. I wanted to have a shelter building for the Megapnosaurus to sleep in, and I wanted to have a shelter building for all the park visitors to look into the enclosure and see the Megapnosaurus all running around, even though they seem to be nocturnal, so I think they're asleep the whole time. But it's the idea that counts. And the foliage and theme for the enclosure is I wanted to go sort of wooded theme, like foresty, and also overgrown, so there's a lot of grass, a lot of ferns, and I've got some yellow flowers in for a bit of pop of color, and I think it looks really good, so you'll see it close to the end of the video. And it is located right next to the Ceratosaurus enclosure, which I made in the last episode. I'm really glad the last episode had a lot of great reception, especially with Bobo. Look forward to more stuff like that. And this is my 8th enclosure build in the world, and I think once I've done my 10th build, I'm gonna do a world tour. Maybe I'll get a guest on, maybe I'll get one of the Whimsies on. But yeah, look forward to that. I think I've definitely got to make some sort of zoo entrance to the zoo before I do the world tour. But before that, I've got to figure out a spot to put that, because I've got no idea where I want to put that at the moment. I know a lot of people were waiting for the next episode of this world, and I ran into a problem with the mod pack. What happened was, on CurseForge, there was a new button that appeared that said update all mods. I was like, oh, cool. Sweet as, I'll just update all the mods, and it completely broke the mod pack. And it wasn't until today that I found out that Bobo, the staff in my human enclosure that you might have seen in the last episode, he still had the old mod pack file, so he sent it to me and I finally got it back. And yeah, I'm able to build in this world again. I'm so happy because I've been wanting to make a new episode for so long now. Yeah, so take caution when updating your mod pack. You don't want to break it like I did. Anyway, I'm working on the floor of the enclosure now, and as you can see, I've put spruce planks around the edges of the enclosure, and this is because when I used to work at wildlife parks, the animals like the cassowaries or the emus or the kangaroos or joeys or Tasmanian devils, pretty much any animal that can walk, they would all paste the edges of the enclosure, and it would build up a lot of dirt instead of grass. And I guess it's because there's something on the other side that they can smell. Like, for example, for the wallabies, the males and females would be separated so they don't breed, and they could still smell each other because the walls of the enclosure were connected. They could smell each other on the other side of the walls, but they couldn't see each other, so they would pace the wall trying to smell each other, I guess. It would make a little path on the edges of the enclosure, and I thought it was a really neat detail to include in this enclosure, since I feel like dinosaurs would also pace the edges of the enclosure. So yeah, if you're building a zoo and you want to make it more accurate, build more paths on the edges of your enclosures. Another thing you'll notice that I've done in this enclosure is that I've put pink terracotta in the rocks around the enclosure, and this is like a way for me adding variation to all my different enclosures, because in the rocks in my other enclosures, there's no pink rocks, and the way I guess I'm trying to make it feel natural is that the reason why it's pink is because there's a specific type of mineral that is in the rock making it pink. I don't know, just trying to add some color as well to the build, and I think it's really cool, and it separates it from all my other builds. And you can also see that I'm working on some pine trees. Yeah, my trees are never really that special. If I had mangrove roots, I'd try and add some little mangrove root branches, but this is 1.16.5, so there's no mangroves. But I still think these trees are really nice. One thing I do want to improve on in Minecraft is building trees, because I think these are like B tier trees. Like, I've seen worse trees, but I've definitely seen way better trees. Like, I've seen, actually maybe these are even C tier trees. I wouldn't rate them too high. But yeah, I think the trees are okay, and like, they're not the main thing about the build. They're just one of the puzzle pieces that makes the build look so good. And now I'm doing the foliage in the build, and you can see that I'm using these purple yellow flowers, and I just placed a few patches of them around the enclosure, and I also put some podzol in the floor just because I feel like the brown of the dirt was a bit too bright and I needed some dark brown. And now you can see me putting a lot of tall grass and ferns and normal grass. And yes, this is a very overgrown enclosure, but I think it's very nice. I don't really have one that's this overgrown yet. I think it's good because it adds some nice camouflage spots for the Megapnosaurus, and I think it looks so cool as well. I love the overgrown looks, and I want to do them more. Anyway, we're coming pretty close to the end of the speed build here, so I hope you did enjoy me rambling for the best part of like 6.5 minutes. And I hope you did enjoy the speed build. Let's check it out in game. Hello there, are you ready? Whoa, that's my pants. Are you ready to see the build? I know I am. I feel like I say that every time I record the start of the tour. But yeah, in the last episode, I built this Protoceratops, no, not Protoceratops, Herrerasaurus enclosure. And yes, very happy with it. And right next door is Bobo's Cafe. He's actually on his break. I let him have a break. I'm lying. He's hiding somewhere. Right next to Bobo's Cafe is the Megapnosaurus enclosure, and I've put a nice glass wall in here, and it is reinforced so they can't break through. And you can see these guys. Look at him. He's so cute, and he's also nocturnal, I think. So they're all asleep, which sort of sucks. But I think this enclosure is really beautiful. I want it to look good from the visitor's perspective, and also from a flying over top perspective, and also just walking through it as well, I guess. But yeah, I love this forest feeling. Whoa! What are the legs doing? Do you see that? It looks chill. That's awesome. Wait, what is this guy's legs doing? Where do they have legs when they're sleeping? I don't think they have legs. I think their legs just sort of hang out like that when they're sleeping. That's so cute. But yes, they're all asleep in their little sheltered area as well. Look how cute they are. But yeah, I feel like this is another very pretty enclosure that I've made. I do really love that Prehistoric Fauna has a lot of small dinosaurs because I love making small dinosaur enclosures. They're so fun. And look at this guy, he's having a sleep by the water. Oh, this is great. But yeah, honestly, there's not a whole lot to show. I made this garden bed as well, and I put a bunch of lampposts around, and you can also access the shelter by over here. And if you keep going along the path, there's another path that eventually is going to go up the hill and like sort of circle around the Ceratosaurus enclosure, and it's going to go up here. And I was thinking of having another enclosure up here on the hill, and maybe I'll get rid of some of these trees and we'll be able to have a look out over the zoo from here. But yes, another enclosure making this zoo feel even more complete. It's far from complete though, and I'm hoping to get at least 50 dinosaurs in this zoo. But yes, I think I'm going to end the video there. I hope you did enjoy, and if you want some more Loorikeet content, I'm doing a survival series on a multiplayer server called Whimsycraft, and I recommend suggesting it out, especially if you like Hermitcraft. And if you did enjoy this video, please subscribe. It helps out my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. Bye bye everyone, take care, bye bye. G'day everyone, welcome to the 9th episode of the Prehistoric Fauna Zoo. And in this episode, I'm not building a enclosure for a dinosaur. I'm building the zoo entrance. Yeah, so I figured before I do the world tour, which will be once I've done 10 enclosures. So now I'm at 8 out of 10 enclosures, so I'm pretty close. I thought I should get the zoo entrance in. So yeah, that's what I'm doing in this video. The replay recording is a bit all over the place, like I kept building in different spots, so it might be a bit messy, but it's not that bad. And I also made a tiny enclosure for a Basiliscus, but I couldn't get the model working. I'll try to do that between episodes, but Ace Sports made me a little Basiliscus model, and you put it over a cod, so yeah, it's pretty cool. There's also going to be a food truck Bobo's food truck. There's also going to be a gift store, which I guess can also be Bobo's gifts or something. And the zoo entrance where you buy the tickets and stuff. The last video I made in this world was in October, which I'm so sorry, it was so long ago. I uploaded on the 16th of October, and I was making this video during November, but I sort of got a little bit burnt out on making videos. So I spent some time off making YouTube and spent some time with Bobo, playing some other games, and yeah. Now I'm back to YouTube and I'm honestly on a roll. I've been uploading one video pretty much every 3 days, which is crazy. I don't think I've ever uploaded at this rate. And I've got my Christmas special for Whimsycraft. It's finished. It's gonna be uploaded probably like 3 days after this one. And after this video is recorded, I'm gonna be recording episode 3 of the Cobblemon Nuzlocke with Cake and the gym leader, so be on the lookout for that, which will probably be out in 6 days. So yeah, I'm on an absolute roll and I'm having such a good time making videos and it feels great. I'll talk a bit about the build for a second. So it's inspired by the zoo entrance I made for the Zoar Zoo in Vintage Beef's server. I was really happy with it, and so I wanted to sort of copy that, but I also added a lot more shape and detail to this one. I think overall I'm more happy with this one. I just think it's cooler. And on the sides of the buildings I've left it blank, like I forgot to fill it in with grass even, but I'm going to put enclosures on both sides of the zoo entrance. You'll see it in the zoo tour. I've actually already recorded the zoo tour before doing this because, hint, I needed Bobo and Bobo needed to go to bed, so we filmed it before I've done this voiceover. But yeah, talking about those two zoo enclosures, I think I'm gonna do the one on the right first. What do you guys want in that enclosure? There's like tons of dinosaurs in the mod, so you can pick any dinosaur pretty much, except water dinosaurs. I don't really have many water dinosaurs to mess around with, or flying dinosaurs as well. Just pick a land, herbivore, omnivore, or carnivore. And the top comment saying what dinosaur should go there, I will build in the next episode. I've still got 3.5 minutes left of speed build to go, so I'm just gonna yap for a bit. So this year has been the first year that I've taken YouTube seriously, which is one of the reasons why I joined an SMP. But it's been such a great year on YouTube. I uploaded 46 times, which is crazy because I've been uploading for about 5 years, and that means 1/3 of all the uploads on my channel has been from this year, which is great. I've also improved the way I edit and make videos this year, and I've also made a ton of new friends, and honestly, it's been an amazing year, and I couldn't thank you guys more. I am a bit worried about next year though, because I will be starting a full-time job for 18 weeks of work, so it means for half the year next year, until 3rd of June, I will be working full-time. Like, I think it's like 36 hours a week, which is a lot more than I usually do in my past jobs. And I'm a bit worried about how much content I create because I'm on such a roll. And it'd suck if I could only make one video a month or something, worst case scenario. But there's two good things about this. One is that I'll get a ton of money and I'll be able to fulfill my dream of traveling around the world a bit with the money that I get from this. And also, the job is in conservation, and that is the one job I want to do if YouTube doesn't work out for me. Obviously, YouTube is the main thing I want to do, but if that doesn't work out for me, I want to do conservation and work with wild animals and make sure the environment is healthy for the wild animals to live in. And nature is just something I'm really passionate about. I know this whole video has just pretty much been me yapping, but I don't have too much to say about the build, to be honest. And I guess a few things I do have to say is that I'm not good at building like structures and buildings and zoo entrances. It's really not my specialty. My specialty is like terrain and zoo enclosures, so I really struggle with this type of stuff. And I'm happy with how this turned out, but if you got like, I guess, free spaghetti or builds by Oogie. They could have done something way more impressive than me. I feel like I'm very much a rookie, but it's not bad, even though I very much copied my first zoo entrance from the Vintage Beef server. One thing I want to say before the speed build ends is that in the tour, I forget to show the path down that goes to the Stegosaurus mountain cave area, and the replay mod messes up here a bit. I did not make the path of the camera do that, and I don't know why I did that, but it doesn't matter too much. But I forgot to show this area off in the tour, and I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'll show it off in the next video, but I don't want to re-record the tour tomorrow. I want to get this video out tonight. Alright, we're at the end of the speed build, and I've only got one thing left to do, which is build the food truck where Bobo will be serving me. And I've got something to say for the viewers who have watched all the way through, and that is that I've made my Christmas special another VHS video. So if you're a new viewer and you want to see something really interesting, please watch out for my Minecraft Christmas special. It's really cool and definitely worth watching. And that's the end of the speed build. I've got 30 minutes until I want this video uploaded, so let's get to the tour. Alright, the entrance is pretty much done. There's still a few details I need to add, but the main part is in and it's looking very nice. And we've got Bobo back. I hate this guy. He's my worst employee and my only employee. I'm gonna beat him. Can I get one ticket, please? Wait, what's the prices? Child baby? No. Yes, okay. You're getting some pay for making babies and children not loud. Adult, 5 gold coins. That's expensive, Bobo. And Elder's life savings. Good thing I'm not very old yet. Okay, I guess I'll pay you 5 gold coins. Can I please get a ticket now? Thank you. Thank you. Now I'll enter the park. Well, as you can see, this is meant to be a restaurant, but I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll finish it between episodes. Oh, bit of lag. Over there, I built a Triceratops skeleton, but I realized I can spawn in a skeleton of a Triceratops. I thought that was much cooler. And right here, we've got a gift store. I believe there's no sign on it, but it's called Bobo's Gifts. And I can get a bunch of gifts. I don't know what I want. There's a bunch of shells, teeth. You made that. There's also some like rocks and stuff back there. I think I want to get this T-Rex tooth. How much will this cost me? 1 liver? Oh, I was hoping to keep Will's liver. That's alright. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway. Thank you for the T-Rex tooth. I'll be putting this somewhere, I don't know where. And over here, there's a nice view of the park. Really nice, you can see the T-Rex enclosure over there. We've got the Ceratosaurus enclosure here. There's the Herrerasaurus there. We've got the Stego enclosure there. We've got 2 more enclosures over here. And over here, in the next episode, I want to put an enclosure attached to the welcome area. That's why I haven't put anything here yet. It's just a floating void. And over here, I must have messed something up, but these are meant to be Sacabam Bass Piss. The model is made by Ace Sports, but I messed something up and I need to fix it. But they're meant to be Sacabam Bass Piss swimming around in this enclosure. I think it's pretty cool. And over here, we've got a Bobo's slop truck, and the prices are slop 27 cents. I have that. Gruel. Oh, gruel is my favorite. Why does it have to cost 1 William? And the mush is on sale for just under $8,000. Yeah, I guess the higher ups make the prices. I guess I'm gonna have to buy 1 gruel for 1 William. Thanks, Bobo. You're actually doing pretty good today, but you've also been naughty, so I'll have to beat you a bit. Oh, double gruel? Wait, if I keep beating you, will you keep giving me gruel? Oh. Give me more gruel! Give me more! I'm coming in there. Where's the gruel at, Bobo? Thank you. Alright. And that's pretty much it. There's honestly not too much to show off. But I'm really happy with this zoo entrance. Fun story. I started working on it quite a few months ago. I got so distracted by other things and I've just finished it off today. And yeah, I'm really glad that I finished it, so now I can work on more enclosures. You watch out standing so close to the edge there, Bobo, you might get knocked off. Ah! Wait. Bobo, I want to see you working down at the restaurant there right now. There's gonna be guests. We're opening soon. There's gonna be guests coming in. You need to be serving them. Go to the restaurant. Oh my gosh, he's jumping off a cliff. Oh well. Yeah. I'm gonna end the episode there. I hope you did enjoy the zoo entrance. There's a lot more to come. Yes, subscribe, do what Bobo says. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye everyone. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's if you're watching this when it's released. Bye bye. Take care. Good day everyone. I've spent the past year making a dinosaur zoo in the Prehistoric Fauna mod. This includes many dinosaurs from many different time periods. It also includes a few guest facilities like restaurants and a gift store. This is a big milestone because my channel was built on making animal and dinosaur enclosures, and this is the first one that I've actually done a tour for. This park is my baby, except it's not because I hate babies and babies are banned from my channel. I've also brought 3 guests along the tour with me. I have 2 members from the Whimsycraft server, Free Spaghetti and Lord Thunderpork, and I've also brought a fellow dinosaur enclosure YouTuber, Spike. These guys are really great people, so enjoy their company while we do a guest walk throughout the park. And thank you all for the support across this series. I really appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get to the tour. I've got to give you guys some stuff before we go in.
I got a stick! Everything I ever wanted!
Just in case there's any misbehaving stuff.
I knew I got called a dog for a reason.
Okay, let's go to the entrance. Hopefully Bobo's here. Hopefully he isn't asleep. So, the entry fee, no babies or children allowed. But I have given you guys 5 gold coins to pay with. Bobo, where are you?
My life savings.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Bobo.
Very fashionable.
Hello. Hi, Bobo. He didn't do anything yet. Why are you hitting him?
His name's Bobo.
Can I please get a ticket, please, for myself?
Don't give Bobo a boo-boo.
Thank you. Okay, now you guys need to buy a ticket.
Can I have a ticket, please?
That was a lot more civilized than I expected. I was expecting you to just whack him like a piñata. Hi, Bobo. I'd like some tickets.
You can.
Well, just one, I guess. Thank you. Hello, Bobo. I was wondering, I have 5 coins, but can I get a discount for being a handsome fella? And give you 1? Oh my word! Forget the negotiation.
Oh. Bobo, what did I say about giving discounts? Naughty! Everyone give him a whack.
No,
he's married.
What?
Alright, so this is the zoo entrance. We've got, well, I think they look like cod for you guys.
That's true.
Well, they're...
Prehistoric fish. Wow.
They're Saccabambaspis without the model, because I couldn't get Optifine working.
They are riveting.
Oh, Bobo's ready at the gift store.
And
anyone want to buy something?
Coin left. See,
you could buy.
Is this Will?
This is why.
You could buy a Will head.
I want the Will head. How much for the Will head? I need to buy the Will head.
4.
4? Okay.
That's
Hold
exactly
on,
how
hold
many you have.
Hold on, I can pay for you.
Oh, good. I don't have any money, so 2, 3, 4.
And a
And a
kidney.
kidney.
Oh
I'll
You're
my
take it.
gosh.
I volunteer as
Hey,
kidney.
you got 2.
Okay,
Kidney's
here's
a
my
kidney.
kidney.
Oh,
Oh.
you just have a zip on it, so you can just pull your kidney out any time.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
I thought we got
Alright.
to beat it out
Throwback.
of him. There you go. There's your kidney. Yummy.
Yeah. Alright, do you want to see the first enclosure?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the most recent one I built. The Ceratosaurus.
I remember this
Oh,
from
no,
the video.
The
Yeah.
Sora. What?
Yeah, he got his head in the wall.
Yeah, they're all asleep. Oh, this one's awake. Look at him.
This one really likes this wall.
Yeah.
He is called Steven.
Ignore
Yeah,
how his
that's the
head
name.
comes through the wall.
Oh. Hi, buddy.
Lick
So
a
yeah.
dinosaur.
No. That didn't.
I'd lick a
happen.
dinosaur.
What part of a dinosaur?
And you know what? Yeah, I did. I did lick the dinosaur. What are you gonna do about it?
You're not
Are the
Bobo, so I
enclosures
can't hit you.
organized? Is it in order of
Where's
time?
Bobo?
Where's Bobo? I wonder.
Organization.
Oh, he's ready to sell us some slop, I think.
I love slop.
Wait,
My
first
favorite
we'll give you.
dish.
Actually, no, we'll give you a tour of the toilets after.
Hey, what? Hey. Okay.
You've got your own toilet. Don't worry about it. You can check it out
Why
later.
do I have my own toilet?
Okay. Hello, Bobo. Yes, I am hungry.
Hungry enough to eat a horse?
What do you guys want?
You got any roasted
If you want
beast?
gruel, you're gonna have to pay with your William head.
Oh, you know what? I think that's worth it. I'll take some gruel.
It seems like the mush is on sale. That seems like a
Oh,
good deal.
oh, this
oh,
looks
okay.
yummy, delectable.
Wow.
Mm,
Hi, Bobo.
What?
I'd like
yummy
change
gruel.
for one of these, and I'd like the mush on sale.
What would
How
you
much is
like,
it to
Spike?
put Bobo on the grill? I want Bobo on the grill.
Thank you.
Bobo, would you go on a grill? Oh, no.
You don't have a choice in the matter. Where's the entrance?
Oh,
Come on now. Come along, Bobo, on it. Come on. No, you can't drive away. The brake is on. Get on. No. No.
so we kept toying around the spawn entrance, but I feel like I've shown too many things that aren't dinosaur enclosures. So I'm gonna cut straight to the dinosaur enclosures, and I'll show a bit of the spawn tour later in the video. Alright, so there's a path down here. Don't look over there. And it'll bring you down to here. Where? There's actually another restaurant, but we can look at that later. Since we've just
I got
looked at a
coin.
bunch.
Sorry, I feel like there's more food than dinosaurs in this place. Is this a
No,
factory farm
we'll
or
get
what?
to more. We'll get to more dinosaurs. So this is the Megapnosaurus enclosure. I tried to do a very forested look. One thing you'll notice with some of the rocks I do in the enclosures is that I put like magenta stained terracotta. Like there's some certain minerals in there, like when the earth was forming. So I thought that was cool.
Here's some dinosaur facts. He is tiny and red. And
Thank you.
Spaghetti is dead.
So that was the Megapnosaurus enclosure, and over here we've got the restaurant attached to the Protoceratops enclosure, and I love these guys. Look at them.
Protoceratops.
They're like
Oh.
they're like baby Triceratops.
Oh.
If you come,
Baby,
Alright, now
No.
I have a
you have
question.
babies here?
you can see them from the inside of the restaurant as well.
Lori, I need you to explain to me, why do you have babies?
They're not babies. They're just minis.
You
They're like-
said they're babies.
No. Babies are banned from my channel, and they've got a very dry desert, or not desert, but they've got a very arid enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to do some cool things with glass panes on these leaves, but I don't know if it looks that great.
I like the rocks. Buttons and pressure plates.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was happy with that as well. Alright, let's go down here. Okay. Let's go this way. This is the like cave walkthrough area of the Stegosaurus enclosure.
You got pineapple trees.
If you look at the like shelter they have, I added their little plates, the Stegosaurus plates onto the building.
Oh. That's cool.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Nito burrito.
And another like dry deserty enclosure. I thought it was nice. This is the adults play area. Not for kids or babies.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
always wanted an adult play area.
Yeah.
Like I loved climbing on stuff as a kid, and they
Yeah.
just don't make it in my size anymore.
Exactly. And
Oh,
like
baby.
whenever you do find one, there's always kids hanging around, so you can't go in there. I added like staff entrances into all the enclosures, so we can restock their food and like collect poop or something. I don't know.
What is
Is he
this?
alive?
This is a Ceratosaurus. Oh wait, no. This is the statue of a Ceratosaurus I made.
Oh no!
Oh my.
I think the
he's
staff is
amazing.
feeding.
Oh, Bobo's
the-
getting chased.
No,
Bobo!
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 No!
Oh, he fell asleep.
He went to sleep.
He got tired.
Yeah, a lot of dinosaurs like to sleep in this world.
He's got diabetes. His sugar ran out. It's fine.
Yeah, we can go over here as well. I'm really happy with this part. You can view them from in
This is
here.
nice.
Amazing.
This is a nice build.
Thank you. And they've got a water area as well where they can all swim
On
and
the
drink.
bubble. Oh yeah, that's all.
Bobo's hiding in the bushes. All right, we'll come back to that one.
Oh.
Let's go to the T-Rex,
Mm.
the best enclosure I've
Mac
built.
Daddy.
Oh,
The
this is right
big
on the
boy.
side. T-Rex.
He's
Yeah.
even got his own sign.
So sometimes you can see
Oh.
them from here, but you need to go up to these higher areas where you can view them.
Mhm.
This is like Jurassic Park. This is really
Yeah.
nice.
And this is probably the most detailed
Jurassic Park.
enclosure I've ever done. I even built this whole
Wow.
mountain in the background of
It's
it.
lovely.
Bobo's trying to get
You've
in.
even got a Bobo trying to climb it.
Yeah. But you can't, as you can see. It's very safe.
I don't see the T-Rex yet.
Yeah, where are they?
Neither.
There it is. It's sleeping.
Do you have dinosaurs on this tower?
Yes! Wait, there's another viewing area. We can go to the other viewing area. Oh, there's the T-Rex. You can see him from here.
Oh, he's up.
Yeah.
He's walking. And he's like half the size of the fence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Better than the other way around.
I mean, the
Uh-oh.
fences are cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mint.
Yeah, I spent like 2 hours doing a little bit of texturing on the ground for this enclosure. Uh-oh, Bobo's in the enclosure again.
Bobo, no! Bobo!
Fight,
Bobo!
Fight!
No,
The T-Rex
Bobo!
can't see very far.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Stand
That's
still!
true. You had to get really close up to him.
Wait,
Yeah, stand
Bobo,
still
throw a
and then it
flare.
won't hurt you.
Hey, look! He just wants a kiss.
Bobo!
Oh, he's hiding in the tree.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
get him.
Okay, I think he's safe. I think we can move on.
Oh
Just
no!
you
Oh,
can't-
Bobo! Bobo, run! Oh, he's not chasing you anymore, Bobo.
Anyways.
Okay, he's good. Alright, this is the upstairs viewing area. He's his friends. We added some T-Rex facts.
Ooh, I like facts.
Oh.
They,
They
will
will
eat
eat you.
you. I just saw
A
that.
T-Rex doesn't pay taxes. They're leeches on society like children.
Yes,
Ah!
exactly. And Bobo did this art.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very tasteful.
Why is it covered in caramel?
I don't know.
For better licking? I don't know.
I think there's 2 to 3 T-Rexes in enclosure because you can see another one there.
I'm gonna tell.
But yeah, I'm really happy with this enclosure. It's one of the best ones I've ever done.
We.
It shows. It's really good.
Yeah, I like it a
is.
lot.
Thank you.
I found the third
And-
one.
What?
Oh, nice.
Look over there.
Oh, there he is.
He's
Oh, he
getting
wants-
hello.
He's trying to get out of the fence.
There's nowhere. This way
Hi.
doesn't lead anywhere at the moment. Oh,
I'm gonna
spaghetti.
Tina. Oh,
Your fence isn't very secure. Your dog bit me.
Naughty dog.
naughty.
You're not getting my
naughty.
stick.
All right, I haven't expanded the zoo that way yet, so that doesn't lead anywhere. Actually, you know what? I think it does. Let's just check, because I can't remember, to be honest. I built it like a few months ago. I built it
Yes,
before
no.
Whimsycraft.
Oh yeah, it does. It's just a very steep drop.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
here we go. Not very wheelchair accessible, but the other way is.
That's unfortunate. Anyways. What is him?
This guy is the one that I always forget how to say the name of, so I'm coming over to here. Calsoyasuchus.
I
And
saw you what?
look, he's having a swim right there. Do you see him?
Is that not drowning?
No.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. He's stripy.
I'm really happy with this enclosure. I made it all like sort of sparse jungly, but also make it have cascades that have like water going down. Some waterfalls. And the water comes from the T-Rex enclosure and it comes through this enclosure into the next enclosure, which is the Herrerasaurus. But yeah, another enclosure I'm really happy with. This was originally for like a Basil Emmys, I think, but I realized that they were not water turtles. They were land turtles and they would drown in the water. So I switched it out. This is the Herrerasaurus from the late Triassic period. I think it's one of the first dinosaurs to ever exist. But yeah, this was the first enclosure I built in this world. There's quite a few Herrerasaurus back there, and they've got a little cave as well.
There's one in the cave. He's
The
plotting.
gamer cave.
Yeah,
The man cave.
aren't they
What's this?
cool?
Oh.
Nothing. What even? Oh, that's where I was sorting out all my dinosaur eggs. Haven't done an integral for that yet. You know how I said earlier in the video that I would show more of the spawn tour? Well, here it is. Okay, let's give a tour of the toilet. Oh, I didn't get food. It's alright.
Oh.
There's a restaurant. I can get food
Here, I
from
can
the
share some of
restaurant.
my gruel.
Oh, thank you. I love
You're
gruel.
welcome.
Yum, yum, yum. Alright, well, Spaghetti, you've got your own bathroom. Where you've got lots of toilets you can use.
Oh, I got all these toilets to myself?
Yeah.
Hey, you're not spaghetti. Get out.
Hey, we have to
Hey,
use
hey.
the
Big
men's
slob.
bathroom.
Oh, boy.
We have to use the poop chair.
It seems
Lori.
unsanitary.
Lori, I fell in.
This is what happens when you run out of drawers.
Yeah. This is where Bobo has been spending his time recently.
I feel very
I
sick.
fell in
I'm
the
leaving this
spaghetti
room.
toilet.
Wait, there's a way through here. You have to come through here.
What do you
To
mean?
the restaurant.
Oh,
So this is the only way to it. Oh.
No, you can go the other way. Hello. Did you enjoy your toilet experience?
I fell in.
Ah, you silly.
I found a knife.
Put that back.
Oh.
Oh, Bobo's here too. How does he get around? He's so quick.
Yeah. Alright, I haven't ordered anything. I think I'd like to buy one ham.
Get him.
Can I have a ham, please? Thank you. Yeah, so this is the restaurant. There's seats everywhere. We can sit down. There's already food on the table. Yeah, you can sit down.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
And I
nice
made
sandwich.
I made it have a lot of plants everywhere. I think it's nice.
Ooh. It's like a greenhouse.
Yeah. Alright, spawn tour over. Let's get back to touring the park. This is over here. We've got the other side of the Stego enclosure.
I think he's getting out.
What?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Uh,
Get back in.
Ah, poor dinosaur.
Beat him with the stick.
No wonder they're endangered.
Very endangered.
Oh, I think. Yeah.
And then over here, I'm really happy with this enclosure as well. This is the Citipati. This sort of
turkey.
area of the zoo is sort of like dry, arid area. But I still tried to make things look lush because then they look really nice. Like it's like an oasis. But yeah, the river from the T-Rex enclosure even extends to here. This is the same river.
Probably
Yeah,
very careful about runoff then.
Yeah,
Don't
gotta
want to get
water
those chemicals everywhere.
yeah, it's filtered. I put filters in the river. I think that's it. I think the last thing is this restaurant that I haven't showed off yet. I think
It's called
Bobo's.
Bobo.
Yeah. I think he's. Oh, he had to put his skin on. I think he's excited to sell you something. Anyone have a firstborn kid?
On.
I have this gruel, which is basically my firstborn kid.
Does that work, Bobo?
Okay.
You're not doing very well business-wise, are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Your business
I only
is
need to
built on
pay one
compromise.
stuff.
Oh, milk in a bottle. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyone else want
I thought it was
anything?
gonna be a whole bucket.
I still
Uh,
haven't finished my mush.
Oh, it's Bobo's
Yeah,
milk.
I've some of these.
Wait. Here, I'll buy a burger for
give me some.
$12,000. Oh, apparently Spike's gonna buy a burger now.
I'm buying a burger.
2 burgers, please.
What a
Hey,
deal.
I want one.
It's a burglary.
I'll give you. Ow! Impatient.
Burglarly.
Wait, we need to sit at the table.
Yeah.
Oh, I already drank my milk.
Ah, that's fine. But I think that's the zoo tour. I think we've seen every enclosure.
Thanks, Laurie. That
You're
was really
welcome.
fun. I really
Okay.
liked the T-Rex fact part. I think it'd be cool to have more facts about dinosaurs.
Alright, I think maybe in the next
who
tour
pays
I'll try
tax?
to include more facts for each dinosaur. And Bobo's actually been well behaved today. So can we all thank
Oh.
Bobo?
Thanks, Bobo. Here, you can have this bottle back so you can fill it back up with your milk.
Alright, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you made it through the whole video. And subscribe to all these guys. I'll leave their links in the comments. Not in the comments, in the description. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. And I'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good
Oh
day,
yes,
good day.
subscribe to Bobo even though he doesn't have a channel. Bye-bye. Yeah, I've got no clue why I started making fart sounds at the end of some of those videos. I go through weird phases, okay? Anyway, if you're still watching this point, I just want to say massive thank you to you. I think you're crazy to have watched that whole thing. My content has definitely improved this year, and I know next year it's going to be way better. And I appreciate all you guys for joining me along the ride. And yes, it's blurred a bit, but I know this zoo is going to turn out way better than that one ever did. But I'm going to end this video now. If you haven't seen this new zoo that I'm building, I'll have a playlist link above me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.